did a good job. I think we were, if you look at all the game, I think we were the best team, but they were more clinical. And we lose the game, but yes, the fight from the lads was really important for me.
Particularly first half, without making that last pass, did you feel like you had quite a good control of the match?
Yeah, you can see it, and you feel it in the stadium. The team was comfortable. We were dominate the possession. I think it was not the last pass. I think it was the last shot, because in my mind, like Greece 2 times in the same position that they scored 2 goals. We couldn't score, so it can happen, but it's moved forward.
You said beforehand it's not just about this competition. So what have you learnt tonight?
Tonight, I will think about that tomorrow. Tonight, don't feel nothing. There is nothing that I can say to you. It's good. Tomorrow I will have a lot of things because I saw the game. But tonight we lost, and then we have to take a night to think, and then tomorrow we'll have a lot of good things from this game.
But is there also a bigger picture? You said beforehand it's about the Premier League, and we've seen in the last couple of seasons you can't fix Manchester United by winning a cup.
No. I think that we cannot think in that way. Like winning a silverware, so everything is okay. It will be a long way. We are improving as a team, and our goal. I say the same thing after the game and before the game. Our goal is to win the Premier League. How long it's going to take, I don't know, but that is our goal.
Last question, if I may, on Marcus Rashford. You've left him out of the last 2 squads. He said he wants to leave. Is the best thing going to be a parting of ways in January?
Tomorrow we have training. Marcus Rashford will be there preparing the next game, and we will see the selection for next game.
So he still has a future if he wants it under you?
Of course. He's a Manchester United player. Everybody has a future in Manchester United. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. And when you mention a young centre-back, it's an unforgiving position like goalkeeper. We know that. So you look at young Euro, doesn't really follow in on the first goal, the overlap on the second goal. That's something he should read and something he should see. I think a little bit of a worry for Manchester United fans would be Martinez, because I was critical of him when he first came, because I didn't think he'd be able to play in a back 4, to be too small. But he had a really good first season. Now, in some ways, you think he's actually perfectly suited to a back 3. You know, he can step out with the left foot. He's got 2 bigger players alongside him. And even though he played a great ball through, didn't he, for the winner in the Manchester derby, I don't think he's looked as comfortable since Amorim came in, when I actually thought, oh, this would be almost like the making of him, this will really suit him. So that's a little bit of a worry, because as Jamie just rightly said, he had a really poor night tonight. Yeah, you're right. I'm talking about Jamie in terms of academies, and I think you're right. But what we've created now is robots on the pitch, where I'm actually looking down and thinking, OK, I put myself in, what would I do if I was playing? Now, I wasn't a great player in terms of technically or physically, but I understood the game. And some of the things that went on that pitch, I wouldn't have allowed to happen if I was in a Tottenham shirt. Now, what you've got is, you've got a manager on the side of the pitch. It's his style of management. There's different ways of doing it. He doesn't give any instruction on. So I'm thinking, the manager's told you've got a certain way of playing that you've worked on since he come in, but someone has to get hold of that game and say, we're doing something different, not be looking for instruction and not keep doing the same thing that the manager's told you to do. You have to say, no, we are changing for the next 5 or 10 minutes. His interview there just sums up how his team are and what we're probably critical of. And what I think he got asked about being a tactician. He just said, so be it, mate, or, you know, whatever. But that interview was brilliant. We were laughing all the way through it, enjoying it. Yeah, we enjoyed that. But
we did.
It was a brilliant game. But he's never going to change. And we want to see more of that, if you like, in terms of being entertained by Tottenham. But I'd still think, if you're a Tottenham supporter, you'd be going home thinking, can we win something like that, or can we will be entertained?
But do you think, if you're a Tottenham supporter going, and I don't know what it is here, 100 quid, 110 quid, I don't know, for a seat, I have no idea what the price are. If you've paid 100 quid for a seat here, and you've gone home having beaten Manchester United 4-3 as opposed to 1-0, you've got an extra spring. I think you've got an extra spring in your step heading home.
I'm not sure. I think if it was a one-off game, yeah. But I think Tottenham supporters are going home tonight thinking that could have been Chelsea, that could have been Brighton. It's the fact that this has happened before. It's not a one-off when you go to a great game. It happens too often.
And they've all aged 10 years as well. And that's the other factor. But I think we don't.
But football supporters, I know they want to win and they want to win trophies, but you also want to go on a journey with your team.
Yes, and they've seen
don't you?
poor football here. They saw Antonio Conte trying to sort of do his thing in his way. And obviously, Antonio's a genius, but he struggled here. Jose Mourinho struggled here. Nunes struggled here. And now they've got the complete, opposite of that. And it is a joy, and we like watching it. But I think our frustration comes from when he talks about this, what we're going to do and things like that. I totally get that. If you've got Romero and if you've got Van der Ven and you've got Udogie and you've got Porro as your back four regular, but when you're having to change that and a new goalkeeper, there has to come a time when you go, maybe we're just going to tinker it today.
Yeah,
just tinker it a little bit and let's not play in the fashion that we do, because it is going to cost you, like in saying.